Hey guys, Kurz here with you today. Today I wanted to go over these, I guess you call them water boots. If nothing else, just a boot that's water repellent. Let me change this camera angle a little bit here. There you go. So, they did come with a set of two of them, but let me put one away. I don't have that much room up here. All right, so got some pros and some negatives here to it, or pros and cons. So first thing, the pros, the good stuff. It's a good boot. I wore this under, or I guess under, yeah. I went through some pretty high water with these. You can kind of see the height of them here. So here's the bottom of the boot, here's the top. You can kind of see, just based on me standing beside it, just roughly how high it is. But it did not let any water in anywhere from the bottom or the top of it. Well, I guess the top of it's not necessarily true. That's the negative part. The positive part is this is very, very waterproof. Another positive thing is that these holes are up here. The purpose of these holes are actually to help you slide this on your foot. So whenever you're putting on a boot this tall, it's pretty nice to be able to stick your fingers in here. You can kind of see there, my fingers go right in there. Fit my fingers in there just to help pull this up. And they did put an extra little kind of a thicker piece right here too. So that way whenever you're pulling and yanking on it, you don't accidentally tear through the top. So that's a plus as far as putting it on. Now a minus, or a negative from that, is that when I wore these, I walked through water that was yay tall, about this tall is the water I walked through. So if it didn't have the holes, I would have been perfectly fine. The water would have came up right to the edge and I would have been good. But since there are holes in here, the water actually did seep in the hole, which kind of defeats the purpose. I'm walking through wet water, or if you're using this type of stuff, you're walking through water. So you're probably kind of expected to get wet anyway, so it's not the end of the world. And again, nothing else on here leaked. It was just literally when the water got up to this point, the water did seep in through there. And now I have water going into the shoe, down into my foot, which was kind of the purpose of getting these, was to prevent it. So there's, some pluses and negatives to having these up there. Now, which one outweighs what? I think it really depends on the type of water you're walking through. If you're walking through water that's going to be higher than this, a little bit of a negative, because the water's going to get in. If you're walking through water that's a little bit lower than this, then that's a plus, because it makes it easier to get the boot on. But I would definitely recommend these, unless of course you're walking through just really high water. And at that point, you need something else anyway. So for just normal use, this is a fantastic boot. If you're going through some really, really high water, I would suggest getting something different. But normal high water walking, this is plenty tall. And you see here, even as little bumps here, that's for your ankle bone. Very nice little feature there to make sure your ankles not get too sore while you're walking around. But all in all, a good boot, and I would recommend it at the end of the day here. So there you go, guys. I hope somebody out there got something from this video, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.